Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm out on another walk. Today I'm going to continue my South Downs Way walk. I've got to get there first of all, and I'm going to continue from Black Cap, where I left off before, towards Offham, or Offham I think is the correct pronunciation. But I'm actually going to start at Offham and work backwards, although I'm effectively still going east. You'll see what I mean. So I'm starting here on the Lewes to London road here, which I forget what it is, the 273 possibly, by the Blacksmith Arms behind me, and I've got to go that way a little, climb up the hill and see if I can reach the South Downs Way. So let's just cross this very busy road. And here we go. Some lovely old houses here. Flint houses with tiles and brick corns, I suppose, or coins as they're often called. Beautiful little old cottage just in there. And then somewhere along here, I think on the bend coming up, I actually turn. I'm just going to pause here because opposite me, behind the old post house, is the church, and that is St. Peter's. Just up ahead, if I was to continue to Lewes, which is 2-3 miles from here, you would pass the old chalk pit. There used to be that's the toll cottage there, actually just behind me. Look at that. So this was a toll road. Right, we're going to go up here. Yeah, you would have come to the chalk pits. There used to be a pub called, I forget what it's called now, the Chalk something. Let me just see what this protected wildlife site of special scientific interest. No 4x4s, no this, that and the others, but we are allowed to walk up here, and for that I'm very thankful. Yes, the Chalk Pit Inn. That's what it was, and I filmed there. They have a tunnel that goes under the road, a vernacular, and if you've ever seen my Lewes video, you'll see it. Now, we're going to go through this little bit of muddy winter wonderland along this path here, and we're going to sort of try and clamber up. I've got my walking boots on. Got to follow this as far as my map tells me, and then we're going to veer after some duration to the right, which should take us up to the South Downs Way. As we climb up, certainly get your lungs going, but we should start to see some views looking eastwards across the Sussex Weald, just above Lewes, and down to Hamsey, I think it is, which then takes you, I guess, towards Fletching, which is further back. And at one time, Simon de Montfort and the barons in the Third Barons' War, I think it was the Third Barons' War, were camped out at Fletching. Here we go. Beautiful, wonderful scenery here. And they made their way up here and took on Henry the Third. It's been a while since I've read up on this, and the Battle of Lewes took place. Lewes is just down here, straight into the sun, I'm afraid, and this is the hillside, or just up there actually, is where the battle took place and continued down into Lewis. There's a whole video about it I did before, so I'm not going to go and dwell on it, but amazing landscape. And actually you can see how much has flooded. We've had so much rain in the last 2 months. Looking east with the river there, the River Ouse meandering outwards. Rather special. But now I've got to find where my path continues, because this is a sort of open space, and you get a lot of bikes and BMXs and things up here, which are now, I notice they're trying to prevent them from happening. I'm not quite sure where I go. I've got to get over that way, so I think the path must be somewhere around here. I mentioned the chalk pit before. It's down there. It's a huge, great excavation. Now, there seems to be another pathway to my right. I'm just wondering if that is where I need to go. I need to just check my map, but we'll just have a little bit more look at this chalkway. I feel very queasy looking at it. Just down here. And to come along, I came up more of the hillside and through loads and loads of ash trees. Beautiful to see them and able to recognise them by their black pointy buds. Just going a little bit further along this, around the side of the chalk excavation, which I guess was going on in the Victorian period quite dramatically. Oh, there's a board up ahead. Let's have a look, see what it says. Here we go. A working landscape, it says. And there, more information about the chalk pit and all the chalk that was taken from here. Even says on here, treacle mines form a chalk pit. So, very interesting. Right, I'm going to look at my map and work out where I've got to go next, because there seems to be a number of routes. I think I circumnavigate round that way. Well, slightly confusing map reading going on there. Extremely windy now. I don't know how much you can hear me, if at all. I'll try and find somewhere to get out of the wind. I can't monitor the wind at the moment. I'm walking, not quite sure exactly what route I'm on now. The map was very confusing, and I'm usually pretty good at map reading. As you can see, I'm just going across beautiful countryside. There's a farm to the left of me, I think a horse's stud or something. The sun is behind me, so I know that way's north. This is winding its way up north. Black patch, where I'm trying to get to, I think is actually up there, but the route on the map quite confusing. These lanes are rutted and boggy from horses and feet, luckily not from vehicles. It makes you wonder, back in the day before cars, what it was like for people wandering across the countryside in weather such as this. In places it would have been impassable, in others just very difficult. You can hear the sticky mud slopping about my shoes. It's funny, I was thinking going along here about the exercise that we do, that we get out and we enjoy the fresh air, but also that's today. what about in the past, when people didn't so much get out to exercise for the sake of exercise? They would just get out because they needed to go to places. Their exercise on a daily routine was what they got up to, whether that be working in the fields or travelling to market or anything. People, I can imagine, apart from perhaps mothers who were there stuck with children, would be walking and moving so much more than we do today. This route is following the training ground, it must be, for racehorses here, because you can see here this white fence and then a gallop, I suppose, I don't know what you call these things, a circuit that goes all the way around. There it is, the beacon. There's a sign here on the beacon. It says the beacon brazier was erected by East Chiltington and Hamsey Parish, Hamsey being that way. Councils commemorate the Golden Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II in June 2nd, 2002. Mount Harry was the site of the Lewis beacon in the 16th century or earlier, until late into the 19th century. It was part of the defence system for the south coast and lit a means of warning for the local militia when invasion threatened. Since the 19th century, it's been used to celebrate national events. And here we are. So this must be Mount Harry. Over there in the distance, that's Black Patch. So I'm not going to actually go and walk there because I've run out of time on this video. But that's Black Patch just there. It's a small walk to here. And now I came up that route just down here to the farm and all, and did a circuitous round route. But this route here is the South Downs Way. I'm going to walk back to my car that way and see if I can get back. However, it's so windy now, I've got to end the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe, become a patron and give me a thumbs up. Appreciate all of that. If you like the videos, do leave a comment and I'll see you on the next one from a very windy but beautiful South Downs here on Mount Harry. Thanks for watching and goodbye.